Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine, or should I say, hello there. We are back once again for Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 3. You might be wondering, where is our missing host? Where's the little man at the bottom that usually sits there laughing, giggling halfway through? Well, he's not here today. He's not here. I blame the economy.
I know.
But joining me, of course, is Froggy. And, well, with this episode, I wasn't really sure what to be expecting. However, it's another excellent episode. And actually, I think this might be the best episode this season. The first part of it is dedicated to the very end of last episode, where they're both sitting outside the waters. They go ahead, they get in the ship. They're going to go back to Bo-Katan's place for, maybe a meal, some dinner, walk by the beach.
You know what's great
sweet
about
lovin'.
What's great about this episode? They're bringing him back cloning. I shall become you.
Maybe.
Take the DNA from the best two candidates and create a new one.
Yeah, but they're attacked by an Imperial fleet, a remaining Imperial fleet. And it pretty much takes them all the way to Bo-Katan's planet. The planet that her castle is on, and castle ends up bombed.
You're skipping ahead. There's a lot of stuff that happened first before that.
Oh,
before we got to the Mandalorian.
That's the gist of it.
Well, the gist of it is they're on.
No, that's after what I just said. All of this is
This
after.
is the main story for this episode. We don't care about Bo-Katan and all that. That's the end.
Well, I wanted to go ahead and address that, but yes, the main part of this story takes place after this on Coruscant.
They're on Coruscant, yes. And then we get to see...
Yeah.
It's Dr. Matthew Murdoch.
No. What is his name? Pershing,
I think so. He has a number, doesn't he? He doesn't have a name.
Yeah, because through this episode, it's revealed that he is a part of an amnesty act for members of the Empire who can still be contributing to the New Republic.
Yes. Basically, you're in rehabilitation for our pure prisoners of war. Instead of kill you, we're going to allow you to serve us by being a number and working at a cubicle all day, and then processing. And so he is honey potted by this woman here, who we last time we saw was serving under
Moff
Gideon on the ship. She kicked out, and she basically wants him to continue his work, tricks him and all that stuff. So they end up sneaking on to this train. But before we get there, I want to point out this whole city, is just amazing. This reminds me when I played Mass Effect number 3.
Mm-hmm.
And just going through and just the whole how everything's built. This is very cyberpunk. Kind of like as far as I love it.
So pleased hearing you say that. Coruscant is a fantastic setting.
It is just
it's an entire planet that has city, and through the years they've built cities higher, sky rises higher. They have total plazas all around, and they've created levels. So each system has a level. One of the big things was they were going to create a lower levels game with Boba Fett, and that was supposed to be really
the crazy thing about this is basically Doctor Who. The rich live on top, and the people live at the bottom. The smog. Anyway, we see her. She takes up, she's getting him. They're usually eating what do they call them? Photon cones?
Yeah, they look cool. They glow, and they're supposed to be melting, so they're basically ice cream.
Yes, or snow cones actually, and they talk about the city, and then she basically here, stick with me out. We'll go to the junkyard where they have all of the Empire destroyers and all there, and he wants to create his lab for this work, because he's going to. Now, I want to point out the Empire was it was a dictator, blah blah blah. The Republic is just as evil. They are pretty much socialism is in the country.
What a lot of this episode is supposed to be showing is that basically the New Republic, it's taking the people from the Empire, and they are putting them into these little housing units and giving them numbers, and they do not address them by names. Yes, we understand they were space
Yes.
Nazis, but your whole point is to go ahead and integrate them into society again. You don't do that by purposefully ostracizing them. You want to make sure, like, and a lot of these people there, while they they were recruited. There were people who did not choose to serve, but they allowed
And
for
therefore,
bad
yeah.
things to happen, and they did not fight back when the time was called for. So this
So
scientist,
this
what he
scientist,
wants, essentially, is to take cloning and make functioning organs that can match a person's
yes,
DNA.
because we saw in the early episode he had his TED talk,
Yeah, his TED
literally,
talk.
and we see him basically talking about how his mother died of her heart failed. He said, if we had a technology I was working, I don't know, when I was working at the Empire, he said, like, we could have saved her. And then countless others with taking, like, making cloning organs. We have the technology, we can do it. But that's forbidden by the government, by the Republic. Yeah, who basically decides you cannot do that.
You
So
can't do that.
yeah, so because this girl basically, tricks her, she was there. She showed up. She walked in while he was and sat down next to this other evil-looking dude, and yeah, they wanted the basically. Right away, I knew that this guy's not gonna make it out alive because she's still loyal to
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon, who was I forgot, was he killed?
No. He was arrested, and we have not actually heard anything of him since. He's apparently in holding, but I don't know. They're hearing reports that maybe, he got away. Oh, that's just a rumor. But nobody knows. So where could he be?
Anyway, so he's gonna build it. She basically encourages him to start. She says, screw the Republic, because this guy goes to his work, goes sits at a cubicle, looks at the thing, puts another slide out, the thing there. His boss is kind of like basically like one of those, just do what you're told, you'll be fine, blah blah. Don't do too much work, overachieve and all. And then he has therapy sessions with a freaking robot, not even a person. This is so inhumane. And they
that's the whole point.
Oh,
so
it's horrible.
You're sitting there and you realize the bad things he did, but while he was a schmucky guy, he was never evil. Anything we saw him do, he was not the epitome of evil. And at the end of this, as he's being led through this mission that the girl pretty much brings up, sparks the entire idea. They go there. They get the med lab kit that he'll be able to use to go ahead and do his work again.
Let's explain how they do it, though, because that was kind of cool. They hitch her right on this train that flies. It's a flying train, subway train. And because they don't have tickets on there, these robots going through, they have to jump from each car to the next car to finally there's no cars left. And this robot keeps getting closer and closer. And she takes his hand. She's like, do you trust me? He's like, sure, I trust you because I'm being swayed by you, by your sexiness.
She is kind of cute, ain't she?
She is kind of cute, but I've seen this actress before. Every single character she plays is a lesbian. So I knew he was doomed from the beginning, right away when I recognized her. She's actually, for this actress, I forget her name is, but she started off on, what was that? Oh, there's Z Nation. And then she appeared on Van Helsing. And now she's on this. Good actress, yeah, so basically they jump down, they land on looks like the My Pillow factory. It's up because I'm like, they're going pretty fast. They're going about 100 miles per hour on this train, and I'm making like, oh, there's no grass to land onto. It's all just like concrete and metal and stuff below them. And so they jump and they land on these like stacked pallets, but they're just like cushioned, like conveniently placed or whatever. Anyway, for convenience. And they sneak onto the ship. They go on there. He gets his med kit. They get going, and then they hear noise. They walk out, and then they're basically they're cornered by the Republic soldiers. The guns pointing at them. Then she grabs the case, walks away from him, and she basically, yeah, it was a trap from the beginning. So of course, he's led to this room where they have the mind flayer. Now, this is one of the things. This is actually this is the artist depiction at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says it's a mind flayer, and the guy's like, "Oh no, dude, we're not evil like the Empire. We're not gonna." He's like, "You're gonna erase my memory." He's like, "No, we're not gonna that. It's another setting." And of course, on the other side of the viewing window, we see the girl, and she's standing there, and the guy's gonna leave. He's like, the guy who's attending the machine, he's gonna leave. He's like, he's like, come. He's like, well, she's like, mind if I stay? He's my friend. He's going through rehabs. I want to be there for support. And as soon as the guy leaves, she turns the dial up to 11. Because there's so he must know something that they don't want getting out. And Moff Gideon wanted probably the equipment. Probably has another scientist lined up. He just wanted the equipment.
Yeah, no, when you're watching this scene, clearly there's something more going on with the girl. She collects the med lab kit, and I think that what she's basically doing is she's collecting resources for maybe Moff Gideon, maybe somebody else. Yes, so a lesbian loyal to total. Yes, but she's collecting these resources for Moff Gideon, and maybe there's a greater power, but I'm pretty sure it's just Moff Gideon again.
There is a greater power.
If Giancarlo Esposito comes out, I mean, look at that.
The TIE interceptors. Now this is our artist rendition. This isn't what they actually showed. This isn't a steal from the show.
It's pretty much what they look like, though.
Yes, in the ship there, and this is Bo-Katan's in the ship, and she's flying back to her home, or basically her world where she's living. Her home is the little castle, and he wants to get back to his Naboo starfighter, so he jumps out of the ship, leaving Grogu behind. Yeah,
do a barrel roll.
Yes. He lands and gets in the ship. And then they take out basically the interceptors, destroy all of them, and only for she looking at the distance, she sees that her castle gets blown up. And now this is where I think it's Moff Gideon blowing up her thing.
I mean, that would be the order. That would be the order that they would give. But I don't see. The problem is we were left with Moff Gideon, and he's just gone, and there's no addressing that right now. So we're going to have to wait and see. But what is great is after this, there is just a fleet of ships coming to chase them, and Din is like, "We got to go away. Follow me." He's going to take her somewhere safe. They end up back at his conclave.
Yes.
And they're met
water in a little capsule. Yes.
Yeah. And they're met by Paz Vizsla. Sorry.
What I learned is actually the actress who played Emily Swallows. She was on Supernatural.
That's the armorer, not Paz Vizsla.
No, she's the armorer. Yes. And who's there? They get the living water to.
Yes. I know.
So it's the same I didn't realize it's the same actress, because remember, they don't take their freaking helmets off.
So, Tillium, I'm just going to say, at the end of last episode, she does kind of break that shell. And here, since she's been in the water, in the living water, she hasn't taken her helmet off. So Emily Swallow, the armorer, tells her, "Hey,
you're one of us now.
You're one of us now. You can leave anytime you like. You can go ahead and take off your helmet. But if you choose..."
I want them all to go to Mandalore and start rebuilding.
That's what this is supposed to lead to. Because they are told that, oh, you can't go to Mandalore. It's all poisoned and all that. That is not true. Now we know that there's a giant-ass mythosaur there. And Bo-Katan is actually kind of believing it. And she's being pat on the back by the other Mandalorians. And you can sense something great is happening here.
What a back does she got?
Well, you could really notice it last episode. Anyway, it's a really solid episode. I'm really pleased with it. I haven't seen Bad Batch yet. I'm going to review that Friday with Zachary whenever
Binks.
he gets back. Zachary Binks, that's right. So that way we can go ahead and get it done then. I am pleased. This episode was even better than last one. It's honestly like Andor, and Froggy hasn't seen Andor, but Andor is a very serious wartime drama, and it's great. It's great. And this is like if Mandalorian and Andor had a Star Wars baby this episode. So anyway, we're going to have to wait and see what next episode will be. See you next week. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and may the Force be with you.
Or without you. With or
No!
without you. I
You don't
can't
know the
live
power of the
without you.
puppet side.